Life Coach. Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach.
Alrighty, kids, you can call the Life Coach right now at 1-800-252-1025, or you can email me right now at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach is brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce Prevent. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let us go to the phones. Let's talk to Holly in Mount Vernon. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What can I do for you?
Well, Danny, I listen to you every morning on my way to work.
Thank you.
And I know you have a lot of experience in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is going to be coming home from prison soon, and he has been an alcoholic all of his life, and that's pretty much what's landed him in prison several times.
Right. That's such a drag.
It is a drag.
Did he get how long has he been in jail?
He's been down now for 3 years.
Did he get sober in jail?
That's the only place he ever gets sober. Once he begins to drink, he pretty much has to go.
So he
winds up in some type of legal situation always.
So he cleans up in jail. But I'll tell you, I cannot hold that against him. It's going to sound weird because it's on my body, but I hadn't seen it, I guess, in years. I forgot about it. I have a big tattoo on my left shoulder, and it says 5305, 2005. Do you know what that tattoo is? My sobriety date. Wow. Can you imagine?
That is a sobriety.
Yeah, it's totally wrong, man. Yeah. But now that's the most commitment I could have. That's on my shoulder. So I cannot fault this guy for falling back off the wagon and ending up in prison. I'm sorry for that. Now, what is your question for me?
My question for you this morning is, in your opinion, what is going to be the best way to support him when he comes home?
This is my opinion on that, and it's such a nice call. When I looked at it and I got my husband is coming home after 3 years in prison, I just assumed the next line was going to be, how can I tell him I'm leaving him? And it's just such a pleasure to hear the question be, how can I support him? So good on you, Holly. I'm glad you want to support him. The first thing I would do, you make the household as, sedate as you can. Don't, just welcome him home and be supportive, but don't turn your world upside down. Let him recognize the home that he left and feel welcome. And that's the main thing. Make him feel welcome at home. But here's the main thing you got to do. You got to get this guy sober, and he's got to get himself sober. And I don't know what it's going to mean to him and what the outcome is going to be if he's going to jail over alcohol over and over again. What's going to make this time different? But you absolutely, and there are a lot of, if you call the Alcohol Anonymous central office or email them or whatever you want to do and get the list of meetings in your area, it will say, and nobody really cares much anyway, but some of them do, there will be an O. It'll say the Saturday night meeting in Brentwood or whatever, and it will say O next to it. That means open. It means non-alcoholics, friends, and loved ones are welcome. Maybe you could go to some meetings with him and support him like that and help him go through the steps, because the steps are really important to get a sponsor. When he gets a sponsor, that'll take some of the responsibility off you, but you need to support him, and that's awesome that you want to do that. But my main goal for you, if you're asking me what can I do to support him, is help him get sober. Open every door to sobriety that you can, because that's why he's going to jail, and the only thing that's going to stop is on him. He's got to get sober. And I'm the stupid ass with the tattoo from 8 years ago, whatever that is. I kept falling off the wagon. But you can do it eventually. Let's make this the time he actually gets through it. Hey, good luck on that, Holly, and thank you very much for the phone call.
This is Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, 800-252-1025. If you've got a question, call now. And remember, you can change your name, lie about your name if you need to. This is Dick in Seattle.
This is Dick. What up, Dick?
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, let's start off by saying I love my wife. We've been married 22 years, and I want it to stay. I want it to keep going. The problem is the internet makes it like way too easy to view porn.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does, Dick. You're talking to a sympathetic ear here.
So, and she hates it.
I'll bet she does.
With a passion.
Are you hearing this? Why do you do that when you have a wife right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's, you know what? If you My wife says that. I was like going, should I say this on the radio? But the fact is that, I blame Gibbons, by the way. Gibbons, really, I never in all my life knew the numbers or whatever the letters for an internet porn, ever. I couldn't figure out how you get free porn, and I'm never going to give a porn site my credit card number. And Gibbons goes, hey, try whatever. And it worked, and it was free, and it was constant, it was awesome. So my wife...
You were addicted for a while. You were, hours and hours a day for weeks. You were, right after Gibbons introduced you, you were like, I had 6 times yesterday I went to that website.
Yeah. Right when you moved out here, I think you got re-addicted.
Yeah, I think I did a little bit. I came out here and didn't have a drink, and then instead I went to porn. Hey, this is not about me. This is about Dick in Seattle.
But you do have experience in this.
I absolutely do, man. And you know what? I don't think people that are addicted to porn or addicted to sex or anything get enough respect. It's a real thing. There are places that you can go to address it. And have you tried making sure? Here's the big thing. One is you try and get off it. I am with you that it's just too accessible, man. I think that's a big problem. But there are places now that you can go. We'll give you the respect and the help that you need on this. How close is your wife to leaving you?
Well, she's really pissed right now. I'm not sure if she's going to get over it this time or not.
All right, well, let's start with when you get off the phone with me, you go and buy this woman some flowers. Because it's a real thing. If, I can't imagine what it's like, but let's say I'm the girl and I'm married to a guy and I'm right there in the house. And the guy excuses himself to be alone. That's crazy. That would hurt my feelings so bad. So you need to figure out what it is that you've done, that her complaint is real. I mean, you probably say, hey, no one's getting hurt. What she's so upset about, somebody is getting hurt, and it's your long-suffering wife. I would go right to the internet and look up support groups. If now they have gamblers, they have sex addiction. I would say porn addiction is right up there, and it's probably on your internet, even as we speak, a place that you can go and, let her know if this will help. This is a real live addiction problem that people now recognize. Your insurance may even cover it. That's how real it is. But yeah, be nice. Try not to do it as often as you did, because what's happening, and I was talking to Sarah about this, you may be addicted to the endorphins. Now, I don't want to get too particular, but do you participate in the porn, if you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the thing, and that's another addiction problem. That that's setting off some signals in your body, the endorphins and stuff. That's a flat out physical thing that you can get addicted to. Get on the internet right now and find where the help lies, and go and get it. And remember, your wife's kind of right on this one. So be gentle with her, but get away from it. Something bad is going to happen, and I've read about stories where bad things happen. More often than not. This is a real problem, so nobody's judging you. You know what I'm saying? But you need to get it under control, or something bad is going to happen, whether it's your marriage or what, if you jump up the next day, because I've heard this, and to prostitutes or whatever it is. It's a dangerous lifestyle to be running porn all the time. So I want you to be polite to your wife and find out where you can get some help for your addiction. No, I'm supporting you right now, Dick. Thank you for the call.
This is Danny Bonaduce, life coach, 800-252-1025. He has been through it all, as you can hear, and can help you. And Becca in Tacoma, you're on with Danny.
Hey, Becca.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're all well. What's up?
So I've got a 16-year-old who I adore. He's a smart kid. He's not doing great grade-wise, but he's the kind of person I can't wait to see as an adult. He's a really cool kid.
Right.
He's got this girlfriend. Various issues. I got a long laundry list of reasons I don't like her.
Okay.
And I think the main problem is she brings out in him things that aren't okay. The kind of grown-up he would be, I don't want to know. Does that make sense?
No.
So all this time, I've tried to kind of give it, because I figure been there, done that, right?
Right.
If I try to separate them, I'm just going to drive them closer together.
That's true.
And she's actually in Texas, so out of state. Bad situation, no place to be, and I can't close my doors to somebody that my son loves that much. So I even offered to house her when she graduates, because she's graduating in June. Things blow up. They have a very...
Why did you offer to house a person you don't like?
Because, honestly, I think that given enough room, he's got to see it on his own. Because if I try to tell him, every time I try to step up and say, hey, look at this, or look at the way this is going on, he turns and he defends her.
Okay, I got to tell you this. If you're waiting for him to see it for what it is, he's 16 and she has sex with him. He's not going to see anything. Don't do that. You're crazy, man. He's blind to this woman and her charms. Do you remember? I guess I remember what it was like to be 16 and the lady that liked me. You're never going to win that battle ever, ever, ever. The only thing I can tell you, and it's kind of awesome, is don't house her. He's 16. She's in Texas. It's a disaster. They never work. Long-distance relationships never work, especially with a 16-year-old who's running around with hormones going crazy. He's going to be in another relationship, and he's going to go, he's going to be making out with some girl his own age and go, I really can't. I have a girlfriend in Texas. He's not going to settle for that for even a second. Don't house her. Let her stay in Texas. Your son's going to tell you how much he loves her until he meets Susie and falls in love with her, because that's what happens to 16-year-olds. You fall in love till you're about 22, and then things get serious. Let it go for a long-distance relationship and let your son find another way to go, because that is exactly what he will do. Thank you very much for the call, Becca, and hang in.
Got time for one more caller on
good.
Danny Bonaduce Life Coach. This is Brian in Silverdale.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
So yeah, I have a question. Me and my girlfriend, she has a young child, and we've actually been staying at my parents' house recently because I've actually had some issues health-wise. But she and I have been in this dilemma. I'm actually haven't really been getting that much action from her lately because during the daytime when we have her youngster with us, I think it's okay to let him watch cartoons and then us go in the back room.
Yeah, I did it. Absolutely. Hey, Dante, you watch these cartoons. Your mother and I are going to be in the next room quilting. Yeah, that's okay with me. Go on.
Yeah, I'm here. What's that now?
So what is your question? I'm saying that's okay to do.
My question is it immoral or is it not okay for us to make love while he's watching cartoons and not?
Oh no, I didn't know that was your question. Yeah, it's fine, man. Everybody, you got parents in that house, you got kids in that house. I would be loath to be letting Junior know what you're doing to make it kind of an inside joke or anything like that. But there's other things grown-ups can do while Junior watches TV or whatever it is that his hobby is. As long as he's safe, that's the main thing. You don't want to be the guy I hear about on the news that something happened to Junior while you were having sex with his mom. Then you're just a bad person. But yeah, if you're asking me if it's morally okay to have you got to find time for intimacy. This relationship will be in a disaster. You've got parents going on. You've got kids going on. The intimacy, as you first said, you're not being intimate with any regularity at all. I see no harm, and I'd prefer to keep the kid in the dark if you can. I think you should, but as long as you can, and I believe you can. I know that I did. My wife was all about, hey, you're crazy. Junior doesn't know. It's cool. We won't be very long. So I say absolutely, and doing it, I think, is better for your relationship with your whole family than not doing it. You're not going to be around for that kid if you can't have intimate times, which are healthy in a relationship. You're not going to be nice to your parents or her parents if you can't be intimate with your girlfriend. I say go ahead. Don't make a spectacle of yourself, and absolutely take care of some intimate needs as you should. So good luck, and thank you very much for the call. That is all the time we have right now for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Life Coach, by the way, brought to you by Goldberg Jones, a divorce for men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.